Absolutely. A big hug from his mom, Gay, and his dad, Tom, there. A big celebration for the Busch family. And what great headlines, what great races we've had for our portion of this season. Just hate to see it end.
Yeah, I do too. You know, as keepers of the sport for the last, 14 events, 16 really, if you count the Bud Shootout and the All-Star race, this has been the best season by far I think we've had. It's our 10th anniversary. Everybody, Mike, Larry, everybody down in the pits and in the Hollywood Hotel, I've been so proud to be a part of Fox Sports this year. I think we've done a great job, and hope the fans, we're going to miss you, and I hope you miss us.
And I think Darrell said it in the pre-race. When we rolled into Daytona, you just felt the energy. And it didn't let us down with Jamie McMurray winning that Daytona 500 and carrying on to Kevin Harvick at Talladega. And then you look at the story with Denny Hamlin winning at Martinsville just a few days before surgery and coming back to win 2 more races, and it didn't let us down tonight. And you know what, guys? I hope we're here for 10 more years.
I do too. Yeah, I got one for you. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go fishing, boys!
Well, we want to end the season on a high note. Thanks to Richie Zients, Barry Landis, Artie Kempner, our entire crew. But we have to end it on some fireworks because Jeff Burton and Kyle Busch in the post-race. Along pit road, you notice that Jeff is doing the talking. And Kyle, most of the listening. First, here is Matt Yoakum with Kyle Busch.
What a night for Kyle Busch. What a weekend of rebounds. First off, conversation with Jeff Burton. What was that about?
He said I didn't race him very nicely. So he said I ran into him, and I don't know what I could have done to have made that work without touching him. His teammate, the 33, made me 3 wide getting into 1, and I held it as tight as I could on the 33, trying to stay off the 31. So I guess all that nice respect stuff he talked about earlier in this week's out the window. But I guess that's how I race everybody, is from what everybody says. But no, I mean, forget about that. This was an awesome night by these guys and his team. You know, Dave Rogers did a phenomenal job helping me and getting me a car that I could come back through the field like that. You know, we were really off when I made contact on pit road, and I can't thank M&M's Pretzels enough. And, of course, NOS Energy Drink, Interstate Batteries, Norm Miller, Toyota, everybody that helped us tonight.
Truck win, nationwide win, and he comes home third in the Coca Cola 600.
All right, with Jeff Burton back at the transporter. Jeff, what were you upset about after the race?
Well, you know, Kyle made it 3 wide there on the restart, you know, trying to make something happen. I can't blame him for that. But the least he can do is stay off of me and cut the left rear tire. And, you know, I like racing with Kyle. I really do. I enjoy it. But when he gets over aggressive and I pay the price for it, I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm just not going to put up with it. I don't mind racing with him. I don't mind him being aggressive, but I'm not going to be the victim of his aggressiveness. I'm just not going to put up with it.
And what did he say in return, Jeff?
Well, first he said he didn't hit me. Then he said he got put there. Then he said he had to go because he didn't mean to do it, okay? And he was trying to defend himself, and what he was saying wasn't making sense, but that's okay because he was upset because I was yelling at him. But, you know, he didn't mean to do it, but, you know, he's real aggressive, and I don't mind that. But, like I said, when it affects me, then I got a problem.
Thanks for your time.
Let me check for Jeff.
And you can almost hear some people cheering the way Jeff Burton gave it to Kyle Busch as we look in victory lane. And Jamie McMurray moments ago going over to congratulate Kurt Busch. And for McMurray, his 3rd runner-up in the last 5 races, a tough 2nd place finish. And as we look at the unofficial results, Jeff Hammond, 24 laps to go. That caution, then the restart. Kurt Busch wins the race off pit road. His pit crew, his crew chief Steve Addington. McMurray just didn't have enough time to close the deal.
Didn't have enough time, but you know, you take a look at some of those guys, especially in the top 10 there. Let's take a quick holler. David Rudiman, last year's 600 winner, comes home 5th. A great effort by the 98 car Paul Menard. Also made a great run for that organization.
And for Kurt Busch, 4th time in his career, leading over 200 laps. The most laps he's led in his career was 278 earlier this year in Bristol. Remember March, he lost that race. This was the 2nd most laps led in a race for Kurt in his career. Remember his earlier comment, Jeff, when he said during the course here, there are 41 other cars I'd rather lose to than the 48 Jimmy Johnson. Kurt Busch might be the championship challenge we're looking for to Jimmy Johnson.
Well, I think he would be somewhat of a surprise, but he has won a championship before, so he's got the experience. And so far, we were questioning Steve Addington and his relationship, you know, early on. But, man, it has really come together, and they are starting to look like a force to really reckon with, especially on the mile-and-a-half racetracks. I mean, they have been really flawless. And last week at that All-Star race, he told me on Monday, we were playing a golf tournament for Rick Hendrick, and he told me then, he said, we found something in that last 10-minute break that made that car like it was on rails. Best driving car I'd had in 2 years. I wonder if he'd say the same thing tonight.
He gained 3 positions, moved up to 6th in points. So we talked about Jamie McMurray's situation. Let's get a word from him. He's with Dick Berggren.
Well, Jamie McMurray finishing in a disappointing 2nd place, but you had a big night.
Yeah, we had a great Bass Pro Shop Chevy. It, it just would take us 25 or 30 laps to be able to catch Kurt, and then it'd take about 10 more to be able to pass him. But had a great night, a great car. We just, the track position was key, and when he got out in front of us on that last pit stop, and then some of those guys stayed out, it was a struggle to get back around him.
How disappointing is it to finish 2nd after you ran so well?
Well, it's disappointing, but I'll continue on from the talks like at Daytona, from where I was last year to the runs we've had this year with the polls, and to have great partners like Bass Pro Shops and McDonald's come and support us. It's a really good time to be a part of Earnhardt Ganassi Racing and Chip Ganassi Racing, with them winning the Indy 500 today. And I'm disappointed to finish 2nd, but I'm really happy about it.
You're on a career year. Congratulations.
Thanks, Dick. And Roger Penske did have 2 drivers finish in the top 10 at the Indy 500, and of course his driver Kurt Busch win. As we check the points, we're halfway to the chase. 13 races through. Kyle Busch has narrowed Kevin Harvick's points lead. Ryan Newman slips into that 12th spot. Martin Truex Jr. slips out.
And that's where the battle's going to really come from right now. Ryan Newman right there in 12th. You see Clint Boyer just 4 points out. Martin Truex Jr. just outside. But look at Jamie McMurray. He's making a charge just like Juan Pablo did last year for Chip Ganassi to get in that top 12. You better watch him out.
And again, the cold streak for Jimmy Johnson. He is 7th in points after a DNF. And the celebration, 1st, 2nd, it's as easy as 1-2, as in the 1 car, the 2 car, and the mom comes in there as well. Says, all right, you're still my guy. We'll continue at the Coca Cola 600, where Kurt Busch has edged out Jamie McMurray here on Fox. Promotional considerations provided by Well, we've seen a lot this year, including Kurt Busch winning his 2nd race of the year, 88 lead changes at Talladega, 5 green-white checker finishes. A lot to look forward to over the remaining 2/3 of the season. Our 10th year for NASCAR at Fox. You heard the guys in the booth and our pit reporters on top of things down on the story with Jeff Burton to echo their thoughts. Once again, we've had a terrific year and some exciting racing, really dramatic finishes.
Chris, it's been a great 10 years. I never thought we'd have made it this far, but it has been exciting. And this year in particular, because NASCAR came in, told the guys, we're going to take the gloves off, let you guys go back to racing. I think their attitudes changed. We saw some great racing. We saw some exciting finishes. And I think we saw the passion that a lot of people thought we had lost here in NASCAR. And I've really enjoyed it so far this season.
And I think after 4 straight years of Jimmy Johnson winning championships, that may be a little bit wide open. We expect him to bounce back, but the challengers are out there. For more coverage following tonight's race, if you want to head over to Speed for additional analysis and driver interviews, you can on the Victory Lane post-race show. Check out Speed whenever you can for the latest on NASCAR. Next on Fox, those of you watching across the country, late local news except on the West Coast, or check local listings. Check out Fox Sports whenever you can. Major League Baseball, including next Saturday, the Rays and the Rangers in a showdown between a couple of first-place teams. You'll see Marlins and Mets, Brewers and Cardinals all the way through the All-Star Game, postseason baseball, NFL preseason, and the Super Bowl is on Fox this year.
That's going to be exciting. From what, Dallas?
From Dallas, Texas, Jerry's World. Some congratulations, our production crew, Jake Jolivet, who is marrying Becky next week. Good luck with that. Maggie Darst, the birth of her first daughter, her husband Michael, and congratulations on Mamie joining the family. Our thanks to Jack Simmons, producer and crew in Los Angeles, all the production crew, also our technical crew here. Our 10 years on Fox, as we said, our next race, the Daytona 500. We wish TNT great success as they take over the NASCAR race broadcast next week. Our thanks to NASCAR, the owners, sponsors, drivers, and the cooperation and support from all of them, and to you, the race fans, loyal and passionate. Our entire crew, Daryl, Larry, Mike, Krista, Steve, Matt, Dick, Jeff Hammond. I'm Chris Myers. We appreciate you being a part of NASCAR on Fox. Have a great holiday weekend, and Daryl speaks for all of us.
Hey, folks, thank you for watching our 10th season of NASCAR on Fox.
See you